Welcome investors! Today we'll talk about Kazatomprom, the biggest company on the planet Earth to produce uranium. As of 2019, Kazatomprom produced 42% of world supply of uranium. This video is inspired by Steffen from Germany, who owns some shares of Cameco and Energy Fuel. I also own those shares. Steffen asked me in the comment what I think about Kazatomprom because he's considering buying some shares of Kazatomprom. But before I give you my opinion about Kazatomprom, remember Steffen and everybody who is watching right now this video. I am not a financial professional. Don't make any financial decisions based on watching my videos. My goal here is to make your brain work on his own. Everybody's financial situation is different. Don't try to emulate someone else's financial moves because their financial situation is completely different than yours, and this can lead to disaster. So with this optimistic accent, let's talk about Kazatomprom. Kazatomprom was created in 1997 by the decree of Nursultan Nazarbayev, the first president of the Republic of Kazakhstan. He was the president of Kazakhstan for about 30 years. This should give you some context of the political system in Kazakhstan. In 2018, there was initial public offering of the company and 15% of the shares were sold on the Astana International Exchange and on the London Stock Exchange. Then in 2019 and in 2020, additional 10% of shares were sold. 75% remaining shares are owned by the Kazakhstan National Wealth Fund, called Samruk Kazina. This fund, besides owning Kazatomprom, owns also national rail, gas and oil companies, national airlines and mail services. So basically 75% of Kazatomprom is owned by the government of Kazakhstan. So what are the implications of this for the Kazatomprom? So the implications are that management of Kazatomprom is strictly appointed by the government of Kazakhstan. Is the government qualified to appoint CEOs and CFOs of the companies? I don't think it is a good idea at all that the government appoints management of the companies, because we end up with nepotism and appointing people who do not qualify for the jobs. And I don't want to say that Mr. Primatov, who is a CEO, and Mr. Kunanbayev, who is a CEO of the Kazatomprom, are the bad management team. But if you read their bios, they all held government positions and positions affiliated with government institutions before joining Kazatomprom. I think it should be another way around. First, you go to the private sector, make a career, work many years, gain huge experience, and then you take this experience and go to improve government. But if you have people working first for the government for many years and then they are appointed to manage a business, this is a terrible idea, because governments are inefficient and slow adapting institutions, completely opposite what you have to be in a free market economy in order to lead a successful company, don't you think? And the last thing I want to mention is Kazakhstan is a former Soviet republic, which has a culture of huge corruption. There is a free economy in Russia and Kazakhstan for outsiders to see, but in reality, every couple of years, if there's any serious opposition leader growing in Russia or Kazakhstan, then suddenly one day he has a fatal car accident or mysteriously commits suicide or is poisoned and dies suddenly. That is how these free market countries operate. And I may be wrong, and in a couple of years Kazatomprom may turn out to be a better stock than Cameco, but I will stick with Cameco unless Kazatomprom goes 100% public. Not 25% like right now, where 75% is owned by the Kazakhstan government. And I have seen this in my country, in Poland, where I grew up, where also we were under occupation of Russia for 50 years. I have seen people who are completely unqualified ended up on the board of directors of the defense company. It honestly makes me sick when I see something like this. It is extremely hard to change the culture of the government and get rid of the bad habits. If it was up to me, I would send every politician to US for a year to live and work and survive on their own. And then, if they survive, they can come back to the country and be politicians. I wouldn't even send them to Germany, France, or any European country, because there are so many handouts from the governments, and people who can work can easily live off the government handouts, not working for many years, which is happening right now in many cases. And I don't want to be misunderstood. I respect all Kazakhstan, Russian and Polish people. And I have many friends and family, especially in Poland. But the political elites in those countries are horrible. So Steffen, I know you are probably a little disappointed with my thoughts about Kazatomprom, but remember that this is only my subjective opinion, and Kazatomprom in the next 5 to 10 years may turn out to be a great investment, because I completely disregarded fundamental and technical analysis of the company. And you may analyze the company and see the great potential. So don't let anybody steer you in a different direction. Be strong and follow your own instincts. And if you decided to buy Kazatomprom, please let me know why you decided to do it. I really would like to hear from you. Thank you for watching. Please share, like and subscribe to the channel for more interesting videos coming in the future. If you agree or disagree with me, please let me know in the comments. Next video will be about the way how I do research to pick my stocks. Oh boy, this is going to be really interesting video. Please take care about your health, because this is your biggest asset in your life. It is much more important than your stocks, your bonds, your gold or your Bitcoins portfolio. Remember this and have a great day.